Yo, how's it going, guys? Today we got some of that Nemleria action. This is a very pure and wholesome and enjoyable Nemleria deck that isn't running any questionable shenanigans at all. As you can see, we're running 3 of the Dreaming Nemleria, 3 of the Sweet Dreams Nemleria. We're on 2 of the Dream Tower here, and then we have 1 of each trap. Both of them come up actually, very nice. And then we're on 2 of the brown one and 1 of uh, the book and the targeting protection, and then we have 2 of the devour, the one that comes back. And that's pretty much it for the basic engine. We're running some supplementary engines, very small packages, not entirely large or overbearing at all. Um, so we're on 3 unicorn, 1 Fenrir, we're on 2 Rise Heart for space. And then we have 1 Theosis, 1 Birth, and of course, we're on the field spell to just search them out. And this way, the unicorn just gets us straight to Arise Heart, which is realistically the only extra deck monster we care about because we usually get locked out of using the extra deck anyways. Um, if we use a continuous spell or the Dream Devourer, these lock you into only pendulum monsters from the extra deck. The other engine we're running is the Condemned Witch engine, which gets to search for any forbidden quick play spell. This means you can get Forbidden Chalice, which is pretty nifty. You can even go for Droplets, which is really nice. Or you can also go for Forbidden Lands, which is what we're doing. And what's also really nice about this is if you open Unicorn Access plus Switch, you get to have lands to protect your Arise Heart. So you basically just win the game for free. Very nifty. And the other cool thing that the Witch does is during opponent's main phase, it'll tag out for a level 4 fairy monster, which just so happens to be the Fair Statue of the Heavens, which our deck doesn't really care about because all the Nemlerias are actually light monsters, except for this one. This guy is a bit weird. He's made of ice cream cones. Don't question it. We're also on all 3 pots for consistency and getting rid of our extra deck. If we banish something important, a Rise Heart can probably get it back into rotation. This recovers from this one is the one that recovers the Nemleria cards from the graveyard as well. So that's how you can be getting those back there. We're on Maxi because it's broken. Shifter because it's just the best hand trap. This format, realistically right now, it hurts pretty much every single deck. And we're also running 2 nice little floodgates. We took out the skill drain because had the incident where we couldn't actually use Dreaming Nemleria under skill drain. So if you want to play a more pure variant, maybe you could consider running that. You still have a bunch of big beaters, but it kind of goes against the purpose of the deck and it hinders our secondary engines as well. For the extra deck, I just threw in 1 Shangri. We have 3 Rise Heart because it's the only actual extra deck monster we're going to be summoning. And then you can make rank 10s technically on follow-up turns. So some of those got Zeus Line, some Charmers for Selene into Access Code, or just to make Underworld Goddess. But realistically, you're going to be banishing your entire extra deck anyways, so none of these cards actually matter to begin with. Except, I guess, a Rise Heart. Alright, let's get straight into things. So, as you can see, we've got a pretty nice win streak going on here. We've been playing against some actual top players. Like this one right here made top 10 in multiple Duelist Cups and was top 100 for the World Championship qualifiers. And we still managed to take the W there. So let's hop right into the replays and see how this deck performs. Alrighty, so for this game, we're going to be going first. We have nice Kashtira combo. Rise Heart plus Birth is full combo. They're going to Veiler this, which doesn't really make sense. It's definitely not the choke point. You can still full combo under this if you're playing Kashtira, which of course I'm not. I'm playing Nemleria, so I can't actually combo under this. But you'd get Unicorn here for Theosis for Fenrir, and then you'd add Scare Cash. And since you have a Theosis engrave, you just summon it out, you still make a Rise Heart, and your opponent cries. So definitely not the target. Should probably hit Unicorn if you only have a Veiler. But we're going to be setting our Nemleria Disruption. And we're going to be using this to play around Triple Tactics Talons, right? I'm reading that they don't have a Gamma because they didn't have any triggers during our turn, and they probably would have negated something there as well. So I feel like the only thing they could have here is probably going to be the Called By or maybe Talons. I also don't think they probably would have used Ash. Maybe they rip it, but who knows? So playing on the talents here, I'm going to be using the Maxi in the draw phase, and it turns out it never mattered. They just had Thrust, so that's kind of awkward. However, they go for Impermanence, and they use it on Unicorn. And so what's really strange here is they're also playing Kashtira, obviously. Um, and they're more afraid of my Unicorn ripping one from their extra deck than my Fenrir doing anything, and they Veilered the Rise Heart. So we're just not going to question that. Instead, we're going to keep playing our Nemleria deck. We're going to use the Louvre, which lets us summon a Nemleria monster from our deck even, not just from the hand. And we're going to be summoning out the Dreaming Reality Realized, and this one has the effect of a special summon. You either add a Dreaming Nemleria from your deck to your face-up extra deck. This turns on all your other guys, or you get to change one other face-up monster on the field to face-down defense position. And if you're using Loof to summon it out, you're going to be using the secondary effect to flip the monster face down. And since they are playing Kashtira, that basically just ends the duel. So this replay, we open the Forbidden Lands, which is great because it either means that our Arise Heart can't get outed, or that we actually get the combo when they use Imperm on Unicorn. Do note, this only makes it unaffected by spell traps, so if this was a Veiler, this wouldn't have actually done anything. So we just get to grab a Theosis, they have nothing else, so we're just going to simply go for Fenrir into Rise Heart, summon it out, go into Rise Heart. We're going to set both of our traps. This one doesn't do anything because we don't control Nemleria's, and Skill Drain turns off our own Arise Heart, but it's still a decent backup plan. So our opponent's going to lead with Foolish Burial, which at first seems really foolish, haha, but it turns out it's actually a tragedy because that's what they're sending. Get to go into Branded Fusion here, activate it, and they go into Rinbrum, and they're going to go grab a bunch of advantage, and yeah, they surrender. So not really sure what that was all about, but it's pretty nice to show off the Lance tech because it is searchable off of the Condemned Witch, which we'll see in just a bit. This replay, we're just going to be opening pretty crazy hand, Greysoft plus Theosis. This isn't the Ash target, but it does unfortunately turn off our hand here. But we do have Maxi and Tikaboo, so we're probably fine here. They already used up their Ash, so our Maxi's pretty likely to resolve here. They're gonna normal Aluber for Brand Diffusion, and then when they use it, we're gonna use Maxi. Now, they do know we're in cash, so Sanctifier kind of just kills us anyways, but they have Callby for this as well. Pretty crazy hand. Branded players are just built different on ladder, apparently. But it happens. So they just get to resolve all their stuff here. And before they get to make Lubellion, I'm going to flip Tikaboo. So they can just go straight into Mirror Jade or something. But they apparently don't want to. So instead they make Garura by banishing their Serenir, which now doesn't get its effect. Kind of interesting. This does double battle damage though. So they are going to swing here for less than lethal. Not sure what happened here either. And they're going to set 2 cards. And the moment we needed her the most, we draw the Unicorn, which unfortunately doesn't do anything because we're locked into only having 1 Psychic because of Tikaboo. But we're going to use the effect anyways to grab Birth. That'll help us clear the graveyard of all these cards here. And we can still beat over stuff. And they Imperm Unicorn, which is a huge blunder because now my Tikaboo is off and the Theosis in my hand is live. And they surrender. Enjoyable game for sure, just not for them. Alright, this duel we get to show off the Condemned Witch tech. We're playing here against the top player here. So, pretty cool that we managed to clutch this out. Slight spoiler, I guess. Gonna be grabbing our continuous spell here. We don't have any cash engine because of course we're playing a Nemleria deck. Very real, by the way. So it's gonna be doing some normal Nemleria stuff here, summoning out the guys. We're gonna lead with the bright yellow one first because it does give you targeting protection. We're gonna grab the Book of Moontrap here. I think it has a bit more value since we do have the Condemned Witch, which of course gets us Forbidden Lands, and our opponent's leading with Field Spell, amazing. If they were leading with something like the Diabell Star or a Kashtira special summon. Those are inherent, so I can't chain to them. And they would have a massive beat stick, which would be able to out my Fairy statue. Unfortunately, they maybe just didn't see it coming or something, but they can't deal with this. So they do have Tillman Scream in Royal Rare, the Perlerino here, Royal Rare Sheeran, and they're going to mill a bit, but they can't actually fuse because they are locked into light monsters. Still going to mill quite a bit. Scream gets them to Crime, and they have the Rhino art here to be over the Light Bearer statue, which is why we got the Louvre to flip this face down. And they just decided it was not worth playing out. Alright, I think you guys may or may not have noticed that this was a bit more of a joke video. I was just messing around with some friends and we decided to slap in a cash package and it kind of carried the dick a little bit. So I will be playing some more pure Nemleria. Well, I don't think pure is like that viable, but without the cash Nemleria on stream, probably, well, I would say next week from when I'm recording this, but it'll probably be the week that I upload this when my exams are over. So soon, if you guys want to watch. All right. Thanks for watching. See ya.